Hi guys, welcome to the Market Code Breakers. My name is Leon, where I break down one different asset for you every single day, giving you the key levels and the key ranges that you need to pay attention to going into tomorrow's session. Now, last week, I spent a lot of time talking about the NASDAQ, and I want to follow on from the levels and the ranges that I give you on in the Thursday video going into the Friday session. I want to carry on from the ranges that I give you in that session and talk about the reactions that came and how you could have capitalized on it. Okay, there were some very good trade opportunities. Basically, what I expected, what I said would happen, happened. I'll explain what I said in that video and show you how that came into fruition on the charts and the trade opportunities that you could have taken based on the information that I gave you last week. And then after I've done that, guys, I want to spend a little bit of time on gold. I want to give you some key levels or some key ranges on gold for you to pay attention to going into tomorrow's session, because these are levels and these are ranges that the banks and institutions use. These are the levels that they're watching. They're waiting for price to get to these points in the charts, and that's why you see the good reactions that you do. So it's key that you pay attention to the levels that I give you. You mark them off. I'm a futures trader. I'm a funded trader with Top Step. So all of my charting is done on the futures tickers. So if you want accurate, if you want the prices to be accurate, the same levels that I'm giving to you, make sure you're doing all of your charting on the futures tickers. Okay. So let's get into the NASDAQ, guys. Let's get into that. So here we have the NASDAQ, and in the last video, which was Thursday, the video for the Friday trading session, I gave you these ranges up at this top end of price, and we did nothing but basically stay in these ranges, guys. So there was plenty of opportunities to take trades based on the levels that I gave you. So what I said last week is, all week the NASDAQ has been breaking higher, leaving ranges incomplete as a signal that they've got unfinished business. Price moves down, reacts from some particular point, which is the high of another range, or at least it has been for last week and in previous weeks. And then it's made that climb and started to push higher into those higher regions. And that's basically what we've had all week. And I said at the start of last week, in the last Sunday, and exactly a week ago today, in that video that I posted, I said, NASDAQ is going to make its climb, but I don't think it's going to make an aggressive climb right back up to the highs in one day. I said it might be a progressive climb, and if it does do that, then what I'm going to see is I'm going to see it breaking into these ranges. I'm going to see it leaving incomplete business, and then it's going to pull back from them, and then it's going to go back and complete them. And that's exactly what we've had all week. I said it'll probably be a progressive move where they'll keep leaving them signs on the charts, and they've been leaving them signs all week. Now, again, the same thing has sort of happened on Friday. But there's two important things that we need to pay attention to, because just because they're saying that they've got unfinished business, when they move it down, they can move it aggressively down. They can really rip it down. And that's what they did a couple of weeks ago. When they made that drop, that aggressive drop that they did a couple of weeks ago, no one knew how far down that drop was going to go. But based on the information that they were saying they've got unfinished business to the top side, and now I say when they do that, they move price away. It was to be expected. So this is a similar situation that we've got in the NASDAQ right now. As you can see, we keep getting up to this blue midpoint here. Now, I'm not going to give you these ranges again, guys. If you want these ranges that I'm talking about in this video, you must watch the last video that I did, which was on Thursday, because I give you all of these ranges accurately. So go and watch that video. I'll leave a link in the description. Click that link, watch that video, then come back here and we'll carry on the discussion. For all the guys that are new here and they want to know what I'm talking about, like I said, these are the ranges that the banks institutions set. These are the ranges that the banks institutions care about. So you get some very good trade opportunities based on the levels that I give to you. But it's about understanding. This is why I come in, and this is why I try and teach you some understanding of how you can expect price to behave around these levels. So in the last video that I gave you this blue range up here, which we kept breaking into the midpoint on the Thursday, but we couldn't go higher. Again, on Friday, I said we might not make the climb on Friday. We might just play around in these ranges, and that's exactly what we got. But as you can see, this is on the 5-minute chart. Let's break it down on the 1-minute chart. Not the 1 second, the 1-minute chart. And you can just see some nice reactions. Again, reacting from the midpoint back down. We got some playing around inside of this range. Oh, yeah, that is Friday. I said the Asia session might just want to play this blue range because price opened inside of this region. And that's exactly what we did. So if you was trading the Asia session and you saw price break into this region, retrace to the lows with precision, with absolute precision, here, you'd have been good then to target the highs. Once you've got this break away from the highs and the second touch of this highs, in all fairness, that was the signal for a short, because why wouldn't you want to? If they're saying that they're done at the highs of this range with precision, you take that short. So there's two clear opportunities that came in the Asia session, not long into the Asia session. And then we just basically started to get price just playing around inside of this zone for most of the day. Again, in the New York session, we got some reactions from the highs of this range, again sending it lower. Reactions from the midpoint of this range, again sending it lower. So there was lots of little scalping short opportunities that came from me, even long opportunities based on this midpoint, because I did give you this red range as well. So once price broke below, I said if price breaks below, we're looking for a reaction in sort of this area. The level that I gave you was actually this level. I said 2000, it was this level that I'm pointing to now. I gave you this level. That might be a potential point, but I said I don't know which one it's going to react from. It could be anyone, and it actually turned out to be the one slightly above it. And then price broke back up into this region, retraced to the midpoint of this red range. Could have been a nice long opportunity, another nice long opportunity. We came back to it. You know, plenty of opportunities came from the levels that I gave you in Friday's video. What am I expecting for the NASDAQ in tomorrow's session? Well, a follow on from what we had in Friday, guys. All of the ranges that I give you in Friday, nothing really has changed. In Thursday last week, nothing really has changed. The last time that we broke lower, and where was it? It was here. And although we did react from the highs of this next range, this green range here, we was also playing around with this red bottom. We broke down into this region, and the last point that we rejected from the lows was, again, this was on Thursday. This was another high of another lower range, saying we don't want those lower ranges. So I might be of the understanding that price wants to make its climb. That doesn't mean just jump into longs, because that might not happen. Because again, if we struggle to get above this midpoint, or we start to break down again, then this could be a signal that they're leaving this range incomplete. They're going to come back for it at a later could be Tuesday, could be Wednesday, once they've filled the bags at the best possible position to the downside. We don't know, but regardless, those levels that I gave you in last week's video, they're still going to come into effect on tomorrow's session. Sorry, speaking so fast I can't get my words out. Yeah, so just pay attention to those levels, guys. But going into tomorrow's session, I wanted to talk about gold. The reason I want to talk about gold is, like I said, I break down a different asset for you every single week. So this week, I'm going to try and concentrate a bit on gold. I'll still be bringing you updates on the NASDAQ as per usual, because I am a NASDAQ trader myself. But I'm going to, for tomorrow's session, I'm going to give you some levels on gold that I want you to pay attention to, because you will get trade opportunities from gold, okay? Now, as you can see in this region, again, like I said in the NASDAQ video, there was a great short opportunity when we rejected the highs of this range. Could have rolled that down to the lows of this range. Again, we rejected the lows of this range. Could have rolled that back up to the highs of this range. We don't know if it's going to continue higher, but it did, and it actually broke free. So now we're at a critical point, because now we're breaking into a new range. But this is very critical, because it's going to dictate to us, do they want to play this range? Do they want to continue higher? What are their intentions? Now, if I'm going to say I want to see if price is going to keep going higher, then when they last broke free of this range, we didn't get a confirmation that they're done with it. So what I would be expecting to see at the very least would be potentially a retrace back down into this region. So price might break into this range. It might reject this blue range above. I'd expect, if they're done with these ranges, I would expect some form of confirmation. You know, I'd expect this type of behavior. Some form of confirmation that we don't want these ranges anymore. Price starts to make the climb. So I'm going to give you these ranges, guys. And like I say in every video, guys, a lot of times they'll be playing a range. A lot of times they're not in the mood for making a climb. They're just in the mood for playing a range. So let them confirm to you which one of these ranges they are playing, and they will do it pretty precisely, guys. They'll look at these, how many touches we got on the midpoint of this very precisely. And then it reacted from the highs, you know. We broke into it. Went straight through, right up to the highs. Nothing really in this region that could have influenced price. So once it broke into it, you'd be expecting it to reach at least the midpoint. It's this type of behavior that you get from these ranges. So I want to give you, first of all, I want to give you this orange range, because this is the range that they're breaking into. This is going to be key. Do they want to play it? Do they want to reject it? If they want to reject it, you might see price break below it. retrace to it, confirming that they don't really want it. Price starts to make its way down. Be very careful around this region because it could come straight back up. It might break back down into these lower ranges and start to play those again. So this orange range, as ever, guys, you want to mark these off with your Fibonacci tool. So to get your Fibonacci tool, click on the settings. You want 0 ticked, 0.5 ticked, and 1 click ticked. Extend lines right. And do you want to mark off from the levels that I give you? So the highs of this orange range, the highs of your Fibonacci needs to be at 2,724.6 to 2,717.7. You need to have the midpoint selected. I like to make my midpoint brighter just so I can see it. It gives me more information. That's how I like to do. That's how I like to mark them off. I'm sorry, guys, if you picked up any noise. Then somebody joined Discord. I'm sorry if you picked I'm sorry if you picked anything up, guys. I don't have my Discord muted. So yeah, I can't really edit that out now because I just post these live. But nonetheless, I don't have my headphones on, so I don't know what he said. Yeah. So the first range that I'm giving you is this orange range. The second range I want to give you, in case they want to start to break up and they want to play it, is this blue range. Did I give you loads of orange range? I'll just give it you again just in case, because I can't remember because I got distracted with that guy. 2,724.5 is the highs. 2,717.5 is the lows. And again, this blue range, I want to give you this one. 2,731.1 down to the lows of 2,720.3. We might not break into that range. We might reject it from the... We might reject going into it from the lows. Price comes back down into this region. So I'm going to give you these two ranges below. That way you've got the two ranges below, you've got the two ranges above. In fact, I'm going to give you this third range as well, just in case gold wants to make a climb tomorrow, because there's every chance that it might do, but we're not sure, we don't know. So these are the ranges and the levels where you will see reactions from. Just pay attention to them, guys. And just take it easy. Don't take every time it gets to a marker you think you're going to see a reaction. No, sometimes you don't get it. Just let them confirm it. They will be pretty precise when they want to be. Sometimes on gold you don't get that level of precision, but most of the time you do. It's no different to the NASDAQ. Let me just show you some proof of this. So again, here the last time we broke up towards this orange range, we rejected it, and we rejected it very precisely, saying we don't want to play in that range. Price just tumbled then to the downside. Okay, so right, I've given you the ranges above. I haven't given you this green range yet. The highs of this green range start at 2742.7 to the lows of this green range at 2731.6. And I'm not sure if I give you these, but I'm just going to give you them again anyway. To this blue range, I want you to mark off 2,711.7 down to the lows of 2,694.7. And then this purple range, 2,699.0 down to the lows of 2,688.5. Okay, so them are the 5 ranges. I'm giving you a lot of information there for gold. Like, I shouldn't really be giving you that much information, but I'm trying to give you all the levels close to price that you will see reactions from, and you will see reactions from these points, guys. I can't tell you exactly which one. I don't know what their intentions are, but they communicate their intentions via these ranges. So pay attention to what they're doing. It might give you an indication as to what you can expect. That's everything for this video, guys. If you like what you see, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for more, share this with your friends, because I want to teach as many people as I can about these ranges. You know, I will be putting together a package to actually teach people where these ranges come from and what their importance are, what their importance is. Sorry, because this is the only way that I believe analysis should be done on the charts, because most of the things that you get taught on YouTube, guys, is from people who are trying to make sense of the madness. Now, this is not making sense of the madness. This is no madness. There is nothing random when you look at it from this perspective. Okay, so this is the right way to do it, and I'm sorry to say, but most of the other things is the wrong way to do it. I can't change that, but it's just from what I see that it brings a level of beauty and precision and readability that you struggle to get with anything else. So this is the right way to do it, guys. These are the ranges and the levels that the banks and institutions use. So you want to be paying attention to them. I'm not trying to discredit anybody in anything that I've just said in that section of the video. I'm really not. Everybody has their own gospel, but there's nothing like these levels and these ranges, guys. Nothing like it. So pay attention to the levels that I give you. You will get trade opportunities. That's all for this video, guys. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.